show you how to season a brand new camp oven. So I just got this the other day, 9 quart. Obviously taken out of packaging. Take the trivet out if you bought one with that. What we'll do, we'll just chuck it on the camp oven upside down for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then pull it out and put some oil on there, wipe it down, put some oil on there, and it'll be seasoned for your first time using. Just chuck it on there like that, nice and hot. Same as the lid, put the lid down. We'll just leave it on there for half an hour, 45 minutes, pull it off, wipe it down and spray it with some oil. The main thing to do is when using these cast iron camping ones is after every time you use it, don't use dishwashing liquid and that on there, just wipe it out with some water and a paper towel, because you can always throw the paper towel in the fire, and then just spray it down with some oil and wipe it down, and then put it back in the bag. Should be ready to use next time. It'll last you 10-20 years, and the more times you do that, the more it'll be seasoned. We're just going to throw a line in, see how we go. I doubt there's anything much out there at the moment. There's been a lot of rain lately, so it's pushing the fish further out to the breakwall, the ocean. We're right up in the creek here. Just going to throw a bait junkie paddle tail on, and I'll show you how I rig it and that. So I just got me 2-piece rod here. It's Shimano Revolution. 1 to 3 kilo line, 7 gram weight for the lure. I got the Shimano Vanford. These are the bomb reels. They are the bomb. Right, yeah, so we've got the bait junkie. So we've got the bait junkie dial or bait junkie. The fresh pack. Caught heaps of fish on these. Brim, flathead, tailor. More or less anything will have a go at it. And these are really good soft plastics. So they're kind of new, but anything to do with Daiwa is really good. I'm a Daiwa man. I love Daiwa shit. I do have the Shimano Vanford reel because I think that the Shimano reels are better, but I just love Daiwa lures. I've got a really couple of really good Daiwa rods. At Christmas I took my brother's father-in-law out, and he snapped me $220 Daiwa rod, so I got the Shimano just to match with the Shimano reel at the moment, but I'll pre-order some more Daiwa rods because they are just the bomb. I don't know if you can see there, it's got like a little line in it. The one thing that you want to do is put these lures on the plastics on the hook first, because you need it to be really straight. So you thread it through there. You want to get it as straight as possible, just like that.
at the gather at the moment. If you've got a thought for us, 0467
Push it over there. Get it on there.
67 920 222. Again, just a moment to reflect on the nature of the cricket in this series.
Even if you stuff up with these soft plastics, you'll get another couple of goes at it. But
of this series later in this game. But to this point, what's yours? I'll go with mine. The cut stroke for Ajit Rahane to bring up his 100 in Melbourne, and the way that man led the team after humiliation.
see, I fucked that.
Absolute
We'll have another go.
pride and accomplishment in which he
Right.
has captained. One of the biggest
Too busy talking to you
world cricket that of Virat Kohli.
to do it. So just give me a second. We're gonna have another go. We're gonna.
When you started asking that question, the first thing I thought was Rahane at the MCC. And if you cast back to the game before that, I don't think I've seen a more extraordinary period of Test cricket than India getting bowled out to 36. I don't think anyone around could possibly expect
You really
that
need
to
to
happen.
push
That was
it
a
up
confluence of events
onto that head.
Very rarely happens, but every single thing that Australia did turned to gold. Every ball that Nick happened to catch an edge of an Indian batsman, the run out of Virat Kohli.
That's a lot better.
When Rahane just absolutely torched him. You would think, surely
Yeah.
there's no way.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see.
Thought Australia are going to
Well,
this series 4-0. And for them to come
what we
back
do
the very next
is-
game and to win that so well against, again, a high quality bowling performance from Australia was just a tremendous achievement for a team that never gives up. And that, for me also, I will remember
We're gonna
this
put-
series for the reserve.
I don't know if you call it a
India performing outstandingly well. I think they've been a little bit off here, but
call it a loop
talking
knot.
about their
But
number 7, 6
what we're going to do,
fast bowler.
hopefully you can see it.
It's utterly remarkable that they're out here
What we're
and
gonna do
performing as well as they are.
is put a loop,
You're basically calling on net bowlers. These
put
guys
a
have
loop
been
in there first,
told to stay out here in Australia because
so it's like
they can't have net bowlers
somewhere
coming
around
into
that
the tournament.
size.
So they stay here. They're enduring a long.
Then we're gonna get our lure.
Doing at the end of the series because everyone else is
Thread the
falling over.
line through the lure.
Very, very tight,
For the
tight moments for them.
The
to get
weight.
their first,
the jig head. Right, we come back.
um,
We go back,
It was an amazing series,
back
and
through the loop
I hope we
on the
have
opposite
20
side that
more
you
bowling cricket over
tied the loop in the
next,
first place. Come back through.
On the SMS, thank you to
Right.
Wayne from Mildura.
So it's like that.
Australians prefer to have player banded for the day, giving
Tighten it
power
up.
that can be made up, also keeping the ball
Right.
dry.
I don't think you want
Now you want to hold the loop that you've made.
If you're a pain in the rest of the day, then you do lose time, of course. You can pick up a little bit of time
Put the
in the morning, but
open end of the line around the main line
they can because
3 or 4 times, if the wind will let me.
that's going to be the challenge. They need to take 20 wickets to win the game. Australia has to win.
Thanks to the Traralgon Tiger on the SMS. He regularly-
Usually I would tie fluorocarbon
G'day, fellas. Can we just think you're
on here as a leader, because the fluorocarbon, the fish can't see it.
southern side of the Great Dividing Range
But
of Victoria?
the water is really dirty here at the moment, so it won't really matter. Then we go back through the gap made in front of the loop, like that. Hold the open end line with the main line, lubricate it, and come back down.
And hard to question his effectiveness when given the ball.
What will happen then,
Still regularly the best new ball combination, or should Pat Cummins now
you have
that role more regularly?
a knot with a loop connecting the jig head, so the jig head has the maximum amount of movement possible.
Absolutely don't agree with opening.
Then we get the tag in,
and miss the
cut
ball
that
around.
off.
He's not necessarily a massive swinger of the ball. I think his value is in coming.
Get it as close as you can there.
Would he be more effective?
Maybe
with
a
the
little
new
bit
ball?
closer than that, I think.
Would be.
I don't have my fishing
Does that
pliers
mean
here,
you
so
bowl other people in the wrong position?
that'll do it. There
Your best batsman always at the top of the order.
we have a little paddle tail.
No, you don't need to do that.
It goes through the water, it thumps and tracks the fish.
So I don't think he necessarily bowls.
Sometimes these, it's a matter of just dropping it on the luck of the draw when you just drop it on the fucking fish's head. But we'll give it a go, see how we go. At the moment, it's been raining for the last few weeks. The water's shit, and they haven't been catching anything off the wharf here. But why not? Let's give it a go while the camp ovens are seasoning themselves. We'll chuck a line in. So we've got the Shimano Revolution, 1 to 3 kilo, 7 gram weight. We've got a little paddle tail grub. We'll give it a flick here and see how we go. I doubt we'll get anything, but that's why they call it fishing and not catching. This Vanford reel is absolutely amazing. It's the up from the Stratic C4. It is expensive, but you get what you pay for, and this thing is just absolutely unbelievable how smooth it is. I've got 4 to 6 kilo line on there. I think I've got 4 on this one, 6 on one of my other ones. No, I've got 3 on this one, and slightly higher on the other one. But this rod is okay. It's not as good as the Daiwa rods that I've got. I'll show you the jig head that I've got on there. I think it's a 1/4. It is the tiniest weight on there. What you want the lure to get down to the bottom and bang 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 on the sand and disturb a little disturbance there with the sand, and puff it up a little bit with the paddle tail, the thumper. It'll make the noise for the brim, especially in the water like this. It's dirty as so. And my mate reckons they're not catching any fish here at the moment anyway because the rain. But I'll show you the jig head on that. It's tiny. Like, the weight on that is nothing. So you need a very finesse rod to chuck it out. Like, that went maybe 20 meters. My Daiwa rod, you'd send that 30 to 40. It is that the Daiwa rods are so good, but I had to pre-order them from Daiwa, so I'm a little bit upset that my brother's father-in-law snapped me rod, but he fell over in the boat, and the lucky thing is he wasn't hurt. So at the end of the day, that it is what it is. I'll just have to order another one. I've got another one, a spare one there that I can use. I'll just bring this today because it's a 2-piece and I can fit it in the car really easy. But I really like showing you guys this kind of place. It's amazing. You know, I haven't had a really good time out. I love camping. Put your comments in the comments. Tell me what you think. Where's your favourite place to go? What do you like doing? I've been, man, I reckon 60-70% of Australia on motorbike riding, camping. Byron Bay, to Alice Springs, out that way, Broken Hill. I've done Sydney to Cape York, and then back to Wilson's Promontory, so that's the most northern part of Australia to the most southern part of Australia on a motorbike on DRZ 400. Wilson's Promontory was fucking crazy, especially after about 30 days of riding. Especially when I left Queensland, I done Nindangully Pub, which is the oldest pub in Queensland, to Victorian border, which was 16 hours on the DRZ 400 in one go. And then I went to Wilson's Promontory, and when you get there to the Ranger's Hut, you have to walk 50 kilometres to the tip. But I wasn't going to let it get the better of me, so I walked it in my motorcycle gear with a litre of bourbon and a litre of water with no food. And I got there about 10 kilometres from the most southern part of Australia and when you walk the track, it's up and down, it's not level. And I got there about a campsite about 10 kilometres from the most southern part of Australia, and there was all these guys there with trekking pegs and full-on camping gear, and they were like, "Where the fuck did you come from?" It's like, I walked the track, I'm going to Wilson's Prom. And they thought I was fucking crazy. And I had no food, and the guy there gave me a one of those survival blankets, because he goes, "Gets -3 here," you know. I didn't have any clue, but I swapped him some Jim Beam for some food, and lucky he gave me that blanket, man, because I was freezing all night, man. It was unbelievable. I got up about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then walked to the tip, which was 10 kilometres, and then got some photos and some YouTube stuff, and then I walked back. They were already gone, so I started walking back up the track, but I was sweating so much, I lost a lot of salt, and I had cramps in my legs. I couldn't walk. I ran out of water, so I had to go in the bush and go in the creeks and look for water, because I was just so thirsty, man. It's probably closest I think I've come to dying. But if you watch my YouTube video of the Cape York, it's the last episode there. Yeah, it wasn't good. And a couple of hikers come past me. I was about 20 k's out from the getting back to the Ranger's Hut thing. They pick you up in a bus and drop you off there, and they gave me some water. But when I got back to the place where they pick you up with the bus, I sat in the shade and stripped all my clothes off. I was in my undies. I was just I was fucked. I thought I was gonna fucking die. But I went back to the Ranger's Hut. I think I drank about 4 litres of Solo I bought from the canteen there, just to try to get me salt back in me. And I rode back to the first pub that I could find. It was about half an hour away. I stayed there the night, and I've ordered I just ordered chips, and I was like, put salt, extra salt on there. So I just hammered myself with salt because I was that fucked. But my mate that went with me, he was like, "You're not gonna fucking do it." But to me, if somebody says I can't do it, I wanted to prove them wrong. So I wanted to do the most northern part of Australia to the most southern part of Australia. But anyway, thanks for listening to the story. But we'll keep on plugging away here with the fish. I don't think we're going to catch anything. I'm going to flick a few for 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to go back up to the car, read me book, my fishing encyclopedia, and listen to some cricket with a couple of bourbons. up on there. Yeah, big rock. Get on that. Guacamole. Some of that on top. There you have a chicken palmy to die for.